Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Vampire Diaries After Show here on the theStreamtv fan show network. I'm your host, Megan LaMontagne, and I am joined by my vampire-licious co-host to my left.
Hi, guys. I'm Jessica Hickam.
And to my right.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melinda Hale.
And last but not least.
Hi, I'm Rachel Rowland.
And while you're on YouTube, everybody, invite your friends to join the conversation because we will be highlighting some of your comments later on in the show, and also tweet us using the hashtag TVDAS. But we're gonna get right into it because, oh my gosh, season 6 is going to be epic. So let's talk, first topic is, are we going to be seeing this new Elena throughout season 6? Because we saw her dealing with the loss of Damon. She's kind of a little bit on the edgier side than what we've seen in the past. So what do you ladies think?
Well, I feel like she was totally acting like a drug addict when she was digging through Luke's stuff. I was like, oh my goodness, she's addicted.
Yeah.
Now, I know they all have addictive personalities, but... Yeah.
No, absolutely. But I mean, she was so in love with Damon. Do you guys see yourselves going through that same, you know, that same sort of drastic measure if that happened to you? I mean, can you kind of relate? I can kind of relate. I mean, I'm not a drug addict by any means, but I can see why she's dealing with it the way she is. What about you, Melinda?
And I think that, you know, because they had such a powerful love and like she really found herself with him, that it's hard for her to let go. So having that like little secret way to see him, like I can't imagine not wanting to do that with the person that you love, you know?
And I, for one, would have hated it if we didn't see Damon at all during this episode.
Right.
So, Jessica, how do you feel about her becoming a doctor?
You know, I think it's such a great transition to finally see her kind of like have this purpose on the show other than boys. Like, we've always kind of seen Elena in this light of like, she's in high school and does she like him, doesn't she like him? But we've never seen her have a passion and a hobby to really like drive her into life. And so I think it'll be like a really motivating thing for her throughout the season.
Absolutely, and it keeps her more of a human. It keeps that human part side of her.
Definitely.
Alive, which is great.
And what about, we never really figured out his name, but what about that guy that they kept panning to while they were in the hospital? Like, is he going to be a new love interest, or is he going to be a vampire? Like, what do you think?
I feel like they were totally setting that up of like, hey guys, you might want to let go of Damon because we've got someone new on the show,
but he's
which I don't want to.
He's not as cute, guys. He's not as cute.
He's not Ian Somerhalder.
I mean, we haven't gotten to know him yet. Give him a chance.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Damon all the way.
And do you think Elena will eventually let go?
We're all
silent.
I don't know. I think it's going to be really hard for her.
I just hope that Damon comes back. I mean, who knows what's gonna happen. We're gonna get all into that. But right now, I wanna give a special shout out to a Twitter page at vamp_diaries. Thank you so much for retweeting us. And I'm sure a lot of you that are fans of that Twitter handle are watching right now. And definitely check out their blog and their fan site. It's the vdfansite.tumblr.com. So thank you guys so much. Whew, okay, topic 1, let's get into topic 2 because it's also really exciting. What's Stefan's deal this season?
He always has some sort of a deal in every season, I think. He always is either brooding or he's a ripper, he's going through something, so, which is something I actually appreciate about Paul Wesley's talent. I think, you know, he's able to show a lot of different sides, so I don't know what's gonna happen with Stefan, but he's always going through something in every season.
I feel like it was a little too soon, though, of this new girl coming in. Like, I just feel like they were kind of setting it up for, Caroline and him. And I kind of thought they were going to grow on that. Like, I really liked that. And now there's like this new girl. I'm like, who are you?
I don't think we've seen the end of Caroline and Stefan. Like,
oh, good.
I mean, they have to continue that. I did speak with executive producer Caroline Dries, however, and she said that this new girl is sticking around for a while.
No!
So I know. So we're definitely going to see her in the future.
I'm glad you got the scoop.
Yeah, right.
Keep it, tell us more.
Well, I don't know how long, so they didn't give me like any specifics on like, oh, she's going to be here for the whole season. But I think just what we've seen of Stefan so far, we know like he's brooding. He hasn't moved on, even though he's telling Elena to move on. And I think he's kind of taking this girl as like a rebound, and she's like an escape for him. So I think we'll see that continue to play out for a little bit longer.
When I saw them kissing, I just got this really icky feeling in my stomach.
You weren't happy.
I was not okay with it at all.
She was already giving off the like needy girlfriend.
Right,
thing.
right.
Like, tell me about
Yeah.
you. Tell me everything. It's been 2 months. We should be married by now.
Exactly. When he's
Seriously.
like, I'm a vampire, she's like, oh, stop being a tool or whatever she said. That's not what she said, but something along those lines.
She said he was annoying. That's what she said.
Don't say that about my Stefan.
I know. Yeah, he's not annoying at all. All right, so moving on to another topic. Are we totally in love with the fact that Alaric is back this season?
100%.
I don't think
my gosh.
love covers it.
Yeah.
I know. Oh my gosh, he was one of my favorite characters, and he has a different vibe from the other characters because he is a father figure. Who wants to elaborate on that a little bit more?
He's the adult on the show.
Yeah.
He's the responsible one. He's the one that's always been there for them, helped them get out of all these situations. And I'm really interested to see, now that he's a vampire, how that's going to change, what his role is in Elena's life. And Jeremy, who, we saw kind of going down, a down path.
Rachel,
So we'll
what do
see.
you think he's going to? How do you think he's going to mentor Jeremy? Because Jeremy seems to be going through a really tough time.
We saw so many clips of Jeremy that I'm like, where is he going? Like, how is this going to pan out? I think it's really good that he's back because Alaric's kind of always that father figure, but at the same time, he's always like the fun guy. Like, he gets them. He's not putting a bunch of rules on them. But I still hope he steps in for Jeremy.
Absolutely.
But I don't know how he's going to do that because Jeremy is now in Mystic Falls and Alaric can't get there. So
Right. Oh, that's so true.
We forgot that all the
Oh my gosh,
supernatural can't be
I know
in
something
Mystic.
needs to happen with that.
I think Matt's going to bring him out.
You do?
I think Matt's gonna draw him out of Mystic Falls. That's gonna be kind of like taking him out of his dark spot. Like Mystic Falls is where all the bad memories are. His family was there. His whole life was there. I think Matt's gonna really step in as best friend here and pull him out of
are
Mystic
they both
Falls.
still in high school? Can we talk about that?
Yeah. Right.
I think
I don't
they're
think
in their first year of
graduate?
college.
Okay, so then
Let's hope.
Jeremy was drinking a beer.
He's been drinking.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But where are they? Because it would make sense for him to stay in Mystic Falls to like finish his last year. But if he's in college now, then why isn't he back with Elena and reunited with everybody?
Yeah, that is really true. I don't
Very
know.
good point to bring up.
But
But I think what you said will give Matt a purpose because
Yes.
he needs to have a purpose on this show.
When we were watching the show, Melinda was like, "What is Matt's purpose?" So I think this sort of
just
answers
hot.
your question. He's hot, for sure.
Yeah.
And he like feeds Elena whenever she's in trouble.
If you guys watch the Pretty Little Liars after show, you know I'm the thirstiest host on that, after show. So I'm just saying for this Vampire Diaries show, I'm obsessed with Matt. He's like my crush on the show. Okay, guys, I call dibs. on Matt.
We'll see. He's looking pretty good this season.
He is.
I might
working
take you
out.
down for that one.
Jeremy are like getting so buff. They're not little boys anymore, guys.
Oh,
They're
I
not
was
little boys.
joking that Jeremy has completely pulled a Jacob Black Twilight on us. Like he went from being a little boy and now he's like, sup, I'm a man and hot.
So we'll go back to Alaric for a second because he's teaching now, and of course, Tyler and Liv were in his class, and there's sort of a little something going on between them. So Jessica, why don't you tell us your opinion on Tyler and Liv?
Yeah.
Yes, I feel the same.
I think that, well, okay, I don't really like their characters, either of them. They haven't sold me yet, so it kind of makes sense that they'd be together. They're my least favorite on the show, so okay.
So we'll just have a super boring storyline for you.
I don't trust
I don't know
her.
if it's gonna be boring.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah,
I totally
get you.
agree with Rachel. I do not trust Liv either.
Like, because we left the season with that she like betrayed, like she was lying to Bonnie and all of that.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is she
Yeah.
still around?
Right.
Like, she's not loyal. I don't feel like she's loyal. So
I think the coven thing, we'll definitely see like the coven coming back because they are very much a part of their coven, and it's something that I think they carry with them, and especially given the end of the episode, I think it's a storyline that's definitely going to play out this season.
Yeah.
Yes, I absolutely agree. So we are going to move on now to topic 4. How do we feel, continuing with the topic of Alaric, at the end of the episode, Elena was expressing her need to forget Damon, and because Alaric is what's his title? Like a hunt, or what is Alaric?
Well, he's a
He's a
vampire, but he
vampire.
was changed by an original.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why.
So
That's why. I was trying to
Yeah.
remember how he was able to
So
compel.
he like trumps her.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
so
he has the power, yeah.
can compel a vampire, Elena, to forget. So do we think that's going to happen? And if it does happen, how do we think the outcome is going to be?
I'm sorry, I know a lot of people are probably hating on this and they're like, no, and I'm totally Team Damon. Don't get me wrong, I'm totally Team Damon, but I think it's amazing that they're kind of, look at her, she's like frowning.
Sorry, I'm not Team Damon and Elena at all.
Not a fan. But I think it's amazing that they're kind of restarting the story
Yeah.
so that if Damon does come back, like their love's gonna be real. They're gonna re-fall in love.
Or it won't be real, and we'll realize that she's actually still supposed to be with Stefan.
Yes.
They're like, no, I'm the only one who thinks that.
I don't know. I'm excited to see the Caroline Stefan story unfold, but I think deep down, I love Elena and Damon, and I'm hoping that Damon comes back, which I'm pretty sure he will.
He's got to.
He's got
Yeah.
to, but at the same time, a part of me still, deep down, I think really wants Elena and Stefan back
No,
together.
don't say it.
No.
Their chemistry was.
it was real.
I just feel because they're doppelgangers and because of their history, I feel like because of that history, they're meant to be together.
But only
Something
because
has to
they're
happen.
doppelgangers.
That's true. So I guess it's not
just
true love.
Because it's like they have to be because they're doppelgangers.
I know it's so true. I don't know.
I still feel, though, that people are only on the Damon and Elena train because Nina and Ian were together in real life. That's how I feel. I do think that.
No.
Yes, I do.
I think
Because they're not together now,
They're
and
not,
I'm still.
but they had already started the
true.
story, so they couldn't.
That's true. Maybe the writers were all like in the back room, like, okay, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
We gotta switch this up. They're
Right.
broken up. But say Alaric, which I'm pretty sure based on the for next season, the preview that we saw, I'm pretty sure Alaric does compel Elena to forget Damon. Now, how do we think that that's going to unfold? Because is everyone else, I think Jessica, you mentioned this, is everyone else just going to not bring up Damon
Right.
whenever they're around Elena?
is it just going to be like, okay, guys, we're all in on this together?
Right.
Well, you have to remember, she only asked to forget that she ever loved him, not that she didn't know him.
Ooh,
So-
girl, she was listening.
I was paying attention.
But
She was
still, I
paying
would think
attention.
like Caroline. How does Caroline talk to her best friend if like that's such like a big part of
That is true.
of what they dealt with and what they
Exactly.
went through and
Well, I was watching something on, I think it was Comic-Con, of them talking about it, and I heard someone say something about that Caroline and Elena are going to become frenemies.
no.
Why?
No.
You could kind of see that in
I
this
could
episode
see it happening.
at the end. Well, Caroline's always Miss Fix It, and she wants to
Right.
make everything nicey nice for everyone.
Right.
But with the state Elena is in, I feel like she's not in that state to welcome Caroline because I got the sense that she was a little bit jealous, and rightfully so because Caroline was coping with all of this, hanging out with her mom, which Elena obviously can't do. So I totally got, where was I going with that? Like,
Well,
I
okay,
don't
that
know.
brings up another point though. Like, where was Jeremy for Elena in all of this?
Right.
Like, he's usually
Absolutely.
her
Like,
rock. I mean,
support.
now that Alaric is back, we kind of see him stepping into that dad role for Elena, especially because he's at the college. But Jeremy is like her sidekick, and why didn't we see him going to her, especially
Rescue.
with the drugs and
course.
magic? And
You have to remember, though, that Jeremy's also experiencing a loss because he
Yes.
lost Bonnie. So
Yes.
he's dealing with it in his own way.
Elena and Jeremy are going through the same thing because Bonnie was Jeremy's like, yeah, and Damon was, okay, that
which
makes
is
sense.
why they need each other.
need each
Exactly.
other.
Completely.
He was
No.
like hooking up with that girl in
Yeah,
the beginning of
what
the
was
episode, and I was
that?
like, seriously,
Yeah.
Jeremy? I
was-
expect
yeah.
more from you, bro.
Yeah, that was
Isn't he
totally
supposed to be
low.
the gentleman of the show?
Yes.
Right.
Do you think that it's an option to be uncompelled? Do you think the writers can add that into
Have they
their-
ever dealt with that before?
No,
I mean,
but-
there's a lot of seasons.
That's
Right.
true, but seeing as we got Travelers, we got all this other stuff going on, like in the past, I can totally see them writing in an uncompelling
Interesting.
thing.
Especially with like Liv and her brother now, they seem to kind of bring this new magical element to it with their coven, which Bonnie was always kind of the independent witch, and now we've got this group of witches. So it could be possible.
Yeah.
I'd like to think so.
That'd be, yeah.
I know,
That'd be a good
definitely.
twist.
Now we want to take a little time out for a second because we've been talking a lot and there's so much going on in our brains. We want to give some shout outs. So thank you for joining the chat tonight. we've got... They're coming later. They're not written up on the board yet, but we will shout some of you guys out. Thank you so much for the conversation going on. Keep the conversation going because after this show is over, I know the four of us will be heading to our computers and filling in what you guys were talking about, what you all were saying, and also tweet our individual handles and also tweet us using the hashtag TVDAS, and we'll be answering your questions all night long. So please tweet us. And now, last but not least, topic 5, which is a big one.
Absolutely.
Where the hell are Damon and Bonnie? Because I thought they were dead,
But they're cooking pancakes.
they're pancakes.
She's handing him a nice little magazine.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? Like, what do we think, guys?
And my biggest question is that, are they together? Are they lovers? Are they
They
crushing
sort of
on
look
each other?
like
Like
it.
they look like they were making
married
breakfast for each
couple.
other.
Yeah.
No way.
Looked like it. You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think when we saw them at the end of last season, that like handhold moment where they walked into the light together, it was such like a, wait, they hate each other. That I think now maybe they are okay with each other. But
They have to be.
But
They're the only ones together.
Yeah, they have to
They have
be.
no choice.
But they can't be in love.
Well, we keep hearing from Ian Somerhalder, the actor himself playing Damon. He keeps saying there's a fine line between love and hate in all of his interviews of love and hate. And I'm like, is he setting it up that this hate for Bonnie is going to cross over into like love?
I mean,
I can't imagine it.
we were talking about, I personally haven't read the books, and I don't know if you guys have or not, but you were saying, Rachel, that in the books, they,
There's a Damon and Bonnie.
Damon and Bonnie are actually, they get together. I wouldn't like that at all.
What would we call that? Donnie?
Donnie. I love that.
That's amazing.
But I don't love them being together. I don't think that the writers would bring them together. And Jessica, I don't know if you have insider information on their relationship at all, or anything that you can share with us.
I do know just from talking with Caroline Dries again, the executive producer, that we are going to find out a lot in the next episode. So they really
Good.
kind of set this up as like you're supposed to be freaking out, wondering what's going on, and leading into the next episode, we're going to get those answers. So I don't know any more than they look like they're having a good old time right now, but we're definitely going to get into it very soon. This is not going to be a question like looming over our heads for the whole season.
But where do we think that they are? Like, heaven for me would have pancakes and waffles.
Right.
But that didn't look like, it looked like the hallucinations that Elena was having in season 5 when her and Stefan were like married life. Oh
yeah. Yes,
it
that's
reminded me of
exactly
that.
it.
Well, okay, that could be something though, because on the teaser that we saw, it said something about how they're lost in time.
Yeah, and also, I don't know if you paid attention to the preview, they looked like they were in Mystic Falls, but that was like desolate and ghost town. So I don't know if you guys
did
saw
look
that.
like that.
It
It
looked
looked like that.
So I don't know where they are.
Okay.
But
So
yeah.
it could be that you're right. It could have been like some kind of weird flashback
I don't know.
that they're living, that they're like stuck in. And
Yeah.
Are we going to find out more about that topic, you think, next?
yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna get answers very soon.
Good.
I think it's gonna be something that they're going to move very quickly through.
They're piling it on. Like even just in this first
Right.
episode, like they gave us so much. They're already introducing new lovers, new people. Like they're gonna give us answers
Yeah.
pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited for next episode. But I am even more excited that the fact that you are all watching and tweeting at us right now. So we want to give special shout outs right now to @VD_Vamp Diaries. Thank you so much. Woohoo! And also @TVD Fans Online. Special shout outs to you all. And we'll be tweeting you later on tonight. And now we are going to take some questions that you all have been tweeting in throughout the week and also tonight, and keep those tweets coming in. Remember, #TVDAS. So our first fan question comes from @Targets1983. Will Stefan and Caroline make it happen this year? We sort of brought that up a little bit, but it's definitely a topic that we can continue to talk about because it's a hot one, guys. What do we think?
I think it would make sense if they did, but I don't know how people are going to respond to it.
I want it so bad.
I'm all about it. I'm
Yeah.
like, really?
But I don't think, at least, I would say not in the first half of the season.
They've
really?
been
You
setting
think
it up.
that
They
long?
have.
Yeah, well, I I think that they're really going to play out like Stefan's struggle and where we're going with all of this, and the other girl, and he can't just like jump from one girl to Caroline. Like
Caroline's always been there.
Too good.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is they were setting it up last season of like that they were such good friends. They were having these vulnerable moments together and like sharing their hearts. Like I feel like it's perfect.
Yeah, but
and then
he
Elena can be with
crushed
Damon.
it. He literally crushed that idea in this episode.
Oh, he did. He did.
crushed the phone, yeah.
He did. But I feel like the writers have been setting this storyline up for so long, and I'm taking it back again to season 5, very last episode. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Lexi, as they were still on the other side, if you will, Lexi made a joke to Stefan saying, "You have to go back because you haven't had your first date with Caroline yet." So I thought that was really cute, and I definitely think that something has to happen because they can't just. They can't just
not
write
address it.
It has to happen.
You know what I mean?
But I think that's kind of like the point of the episode tonight is they're all kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Like everybody's just kind of stuck in this weird limbo without Mystic Falls, and so hopefully we see them get unstuck.
Yes. All right. And fan question number 2 comes from @Kayla_Alves_T. Do you all like Liv and Tyler together?
I think we're all in agreement now.
Oh my gosh.
I think we all summed that one up.
Right.
Honestly, I only really liked Tyler because he was with Caroline. And Caroline's one of my favorite characters on the show. I'm not really sure how I feel about Tyler just as is. And I have never liked Liv.
Nope.
She annoys me.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get personal, but her face annoys me. No. I just don't like it. What do you guys?
Well, I have an interesting thing since we know Tyler is, not supernatural anymore, but he still has the wolf gene. Do you think he's going to kill Liv and end up being a werewolf again?
Ooh.
Well, he's definitely gonna kill someone.
Yeah.
Like
He's
they
gonna-
But I wonder
can't.
if it's Liv.
He's like hanging on by a thread.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
is.
Melinda,
But-
girl, join the writer team because you are hot. Look at you.
Coming
This
up with
girl
theories.
is coming up with theories. Oh my gosh.
Speaking
I
of a
love
fine
it.
line between love and hate.
Right,
Oh my
exactly.
gosh.
But what if
Right.
it went the other way? What if like he did the gene, like became a werewolf again, and then she like helped him through that? Because doesn't he have to like go through a ton of stuff
True.
with that?
That's true. The way that Caroline helped him.
Exactly.
Oh,
So what if they like strengthen that bond?
Jessica's anti that.
I so don't like that idea.
All right, and going to fan question number 3. This one comes from @ForeverJohnnyBoy. Are you all looking forward to Dobrev forthcoming crossover on #TheOriginals as the first doppelganger?
That's
You guys take this
exciting.
one away because I don't really. What's that? What?
I just heard about
yes,
this.
Yeah.
she's going to
I don't
be
think I
on
know
the
about this.
originals.
So she's going to be on the originals. She's going to be in a flashback. She's playing a character called Tatiana, and she is. They kind of brought up this character way back in, I think, season 3 when Elijah and Klaus were both on the Vampire Diaries, and they brought her up as like a past lover in a similar situation to Stefan, Elena, and Damon. So now we're going to see her storyline play out in the originals, and it's going to be in season 2, episode 5.
Is she going to be a regular?
No, just
Okay.
one episode.
Oh, good. Okay,
Oh,
good.
only one.
Because I was like,
I remember when she was Tatiana and Catherine and Elena all in
Yes.
one episode, and I was like,
I
Nina
would've been
Dobrev
so-
killing it.
Yeah, right. I would have been
You
so
go, girl.
confused on set. I was like, "Who am I today? What am I doing?"
Right.
Do you have any thoughts on it? I don't watch. I need to start watching the originals.
Oh.
Is it so good?
It's
It's
great.
awesome.
So
It's
good.
great.
It's awesome.
Klaus, oh my God.
I'm
yeah.
really interested to see her play this character because we've seen Catherine, which is like the total like I'm bad and sexy and all of that, and then Elena kind of has that edge with her, but she's still the good girl. And then I feel like Tatiana's like very innocent and like sweet, and so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's do a couple more Twitter shout outs. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We want to give a shout out to @VD_Vampire Diaries. Oh, I think I did this already, but that's okay. We'll give you a shout out again because you're so awesome. And @TVD Fans Online. Thank you all so much. And definitely check out their Twitter handles and follow them. And also, do you guys have anything else to add? Great first show, you guys.
Yeah.
So
So much
good. I'm so excited to see season 6 unravel. I'm so excited to actually get the answer that Damon and Bonnie are pretty much going to be coming back as regulars because, of course, they wouldn't tease us like that, like they did. You guys want to add anything that you're looking forward to? Anything that you hope for this season?
I think it's going to be crazy, and it's going to be a great kind of like step back to the origins of the show. It's going to be the main characters, and we're going to see what they're doing in kind of a new light. So I can't wait.
Yeah.
How about you, ladies?
I'm waiting to see a Stefan breakdown because I think he's finally gonna realize that his brother's gone. Even though he's acting all cool and telling Elena to get over it, I think we're gonna see a little bit of a breakdown from him.
I'm really excited to see how Jeremy's gonna grow. I just feel like they put him in such a dark light, and he's never really been there, so I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do with him.
Awesome. So all of you YouTubers out there that join us, thank you so much. And right now, while you're on YouTube, subscribe to theStream.tv's YouTube channel because there are lots of other after shows that I know you will love. And again, keep tweeting us because we will be on our Twitters all night. Use the hashtag TVDAS. Thank you all again so much. Thank you to my Vampirelicious co-hosts. And we will see you all next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.